All right, we're live. All right, we're gonna talk about the Indians' 21 game winning streak. And yeah, I'm surprised you just this is news to you.
Yeah, I know. I've been kind of out of the dark on the baseball thing. I shouldn't have been, but I'm just now reading it. This is fucking crazy, dude.
And I don't know if you noticed this. Not only I know a winning streak is impressive and all. In most winning streaks, you would think teams would be like basically making it a close game. But the Indians, if you notice, if you look at the streak of the teams they've beaten, I mean, people will say, "Oh, they're shit teams," but I mean, to win 21 in a row is hard to do. But the way they've been doing it is like they've been basically steamrolling these teams.
Yeah, it looks like they're on their way back to the World Series if they keep this up.
What's that, Kev? Say that again.
They look like they're on the verge of going back to the World Series if they keep this up.
No, I think so too. I just think honestly, like I said, this 21 game winning streak and counting possibly,
Hmm.
it's impressive. But I think we all know the common goal for the Cleveland Indians is to win it all. And I think that's everybody's ultimate goal. I mean, this whole 21 game winning streak is a history in the making. But I think they know that the players know they really haven't really talked about it. They just want to go out there and win. That's their ultimate goal is to go out and try to win
You
every
know,
single game.
you know what though, and that's the thing about when you play sports. You're more focused on what's going on with the game. You're really not. You really don't realize that you have a hitting streak going on. You don't realize that you're having a winning streak and stuff. That's all for sportscasters to make all hoop holla about. But yeah, I think the Cleveland Indians, their mission is to go back to the World Series and win it. And they came so close last year, and I think that's their
Something,
goal.
if you haven't noticed, last year they also had a winning streak too. They set the franchise record last year. It was like 14 in a row they won, and now this year they won 21 in a row, and counting possibly. So they're pretty much showing like, I mean, I think they pretty much peaked at the right time because I expected them to be a good team. I didn't expect them to be this damn good. That just goes to show you their starting pitching and their hitting has been outstanding.
Oh, absolutely. And that goes. They still have the same coach, right?
Terry Francona, yeah.
Yeah, man, he did a really good job when he was coaching the Red Sox. So, I mean, if much as I hate Boston,
Hmm.
um, I think he's done a marvelous job with Cleveland. And Cleveland, I just say right now, I would not want to face them in the playoffs if they're on this much of a hot streak.
I agree. If they keep playing like this, it's gonna be tough to beat them. And they're on the verge. If you haven't noticed, no team has ever averaged 10 strikeouts per 9 innings a season, and they're on the verge of doing that too. They're on the verge of being the first team to do it.
Yeah, I'm just reading that right now. Yeah, they are the first team ever in baseball history to be on that verge of doing it.
And if they do it, I mean that's just even more impressive. But and what's impressive about the streak though is that they've done it without Jason Kipnis, Michael Brantley, and Andrew Miller. They've been on the DL. And just
Wow.
think if those guys back, how even more dangerous they'll be.
Yeah,
So I mean,
they definitely get those guys back in time for the playoff run. Yeah, they'll definitely be even more dangerous.
I think so. And I honestly, something tells me though, if they could win 14 in a row last year and go to the World Series and take a Cubs team while they were banged up to a 3-1 series lead, and then basically almost have a chance to win a game 7 of the World Series, something tells me their drought's going to end pretty soon. I think they're not going to be denied for too long.
I think in a lot of cases too, this also can be a good thing and a bad thing because if you go on a big giant winning streak, how much gas will you have left in the tank? And that's got to be one issue because baseball's got a 162 game season, so that's a lot of energy being conserved. I mean, like, and that's the one thing. If I was the Indians, that would be the only thing that would concern me is if I go into the playoffs, will I have wasted all that energy
Mhm.
to do this big giant winning streak, which is fucking phenomenal, but it also begs the question, will I be tired out in the playoffs?
That is something interesting to think of. I mean, but I think I think they're not going to think too highly of the streak, and they're not going to just come into the playoffs overconfident. But I think if you look at it, the Dodgers, I mean, they ended their losing streak last night, but they were pretty much looking like a pretty good team. They were like, everyone was saying they might get over, like, they still could, but a lot of people were saying they might get over like 116 wins or something. And now they lost like 11 straight. They broke that last night. Something tells me everybody's questioning what's wrong with the Dodgers.
Now, let me
So
ask
they've been,
you, let me ask you, Matt, since you're a big Indians fan, if there's anybody in the American League that could cause problems for the Indians in the playoffs, who do you think it would be?
I think honestly, I know everybody was saying that. I mean, the Astros right now are the number 2 team right now. But honestly, I think the Red Sox could be a team that could be pose a good threat against Cleveland.
Yeah, I agree. The Red Sox, right now, the Astros are just in this.
Astros Astros are a good team, but they pretty much don't got the bullpen, I think.
Red Sox are a very Red Sox has got a lot of depth. And that's the only and that's the one reason why Cleveland did what they did last year, and that's why Cleveland's doing what they're doing this year. Is not only do they have a great starting lineup, they have a great pitching, they have a great bullpen,
Mm-hmm.
they have great backups. And that's the one way to win a championship in any sport is you can have great starters, but you have to have a great bench and a great backup.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see what they do in the playoffs. But if they do win the World Series, they pretty much earned it because as good as a team as they are, to do what they're doing now, and if they could keep it up in the playoffs and go all the way, that's even more impressive. I just think though, last year was Cubs' year. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, it was just Cubs' year. We were grateful enough to be up 3-1, but I think we just ran out of gas.
I think you guys ran out of gas. Yeah, that's one thing I was talking about. If you go into this whole situation last year where they were up 3-1 against the Cubs, and they had the Cubs come back, that 7 game went like how many innings did that 7 game go? Like
Was
10?
10 innings, yeah.
Yeah. So I can guarantee you both teams were tired, but I think the Indians were more because the Indians, like you said, had that 14-game winning streak last season. And it could be a hard situation, especially when you play 162 games. If this was the NBA or football, it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Oh yeah, I agree.
But baseball, you got 162 games. It's just, I wish they cut that down though.
Honestly, I mean, I would love to see the streak continue, but I think eventually it's going to end sometime soon because we still got probably about 16, 17 games left. So I think is going to be the Indians will cool down a little bit, and then once they get into the postseason, that's when they'll readjust and basically re-energize themselves. Hopefully that's what I hope. If the Indians stay focused as a team and they don't get too tired out, and they make sure they do everything right, I think they'll win the World Series. I think they're just too good of a team to not be winning the World Series. I think the first one's always the hardest to get. After that, it comes easy.
I think it's. I think if you it just has to come easy, and like you said, it was the Cubs' year last year. I mean, they finally broke that. They finally broke that. I think what the Indians want to do, they just want to break that streak of finally, they just finally want to break that streak and be like, God. I mean, how many years has it been since the World Series for the Indians that they won?
69 years.
Yeah.
I'll guarantee you one thing. They're not going to repeat what the Cubs did and take 108 years to win it. I think Ravens Red Zone said you don't want Minnesota, you don't want Kansas City pitching wins cold October. I don't know. We'll see. That is if the Twins or Kansas City could beat the Yankees in that wild card game. It might be Indians and Yankees in the wild card. I mean, in the first round of the ALDS. And I'll tell you what, they're not going to lie down easy. They're going to come out hard playing against the Indians, if that is the case. I mean, I'm enjoying this streak and all. But I want the World Series championship. But I mean, it doesn't mean we can't admire what they've done so far. I mean, it deserves to be admired, because to win 21 games, it don't matter if you're a good team or if you're a bad team. To win 21 in a row, that's a huge mountain to climb.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened. The last time it's happened was the Cubs in 1935. That's been over 82 years. Going to be Arizona. Dodgers choke. Washington chokes. And Arizona has Cubs number. Arizona has pitchers. Hey, that may be so, Ravens Red Zone. I mean, last time I checked, the Diamondbacks had a good winning streak too going until it was snapped by the Padres in 13. So it'll be interesting to see what the Diamondbacks do in the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I know 44 and 41. I know, Kev, you weren't too happy about that 2001 World Series.
No, but you know what? But the Diamondbacks, they were just. I mean, they had Kurt Schilling, they had Randy Johnson. They wanted it more in that series.
Your pitching will win if it stays cold. I think the thing about the Indians, though, their pitching is, once they get Avery Miller back, their bullpen's going to be pretty much full strength. But our pitching stays cold. If that's the case, though, then that'd be bad for us, though, right? You want it to be hot. Cleveland would beat Yankees in 4. I don't know, Ravens Red Zone. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, anything can happen in the playoffs. Anybody could get hot at the right time.
Yeah, I'll be right back, man. I got a phone call. I'm just gonna mute myself.
All I got to say is we'll have to wait and see what Cleveland does. I mean, the streak's been impressive. If they could keep this up, they have a good chance to go deep in the postseason. But I'm not going to think overconfident or anything. I'm just going to ride the wave and see where it takes me. I'm just impressed with what they've done so far, and I'm proud of what they've done. And by the way, Ravens Red Zone, where's the Orioles at in the wild card race? How many games are they back from? I don't think the Indians are gonna. I mean, it'd be nice to see them go undefeated. It'd be nice to see them go undefeated, but going into the playoffs. But I don't think that's going to be the case. Well, like I said, we just got to wait and see how it goes. I don't know. How many games are the Orioles back of in the wild card race, Ravens Red Zone? Yeah, that streak when Indians beat you in those 3 games, that pretty much blew your chance probably to go into the wild card. You guys had to at least win one of those games, probably. Now I don't know. Honestly, I've seen the winning streaks of how many teams have. We're tied with the Cubs with 21 from 1935. I think the 1916 Giants have won 26 in a row, but I don't think they really pretty much count that though because they had a tie in between those streaks. So I don't know if they still count that as a 26-game winning streak because they did have a tie. I think Besley, I mean, if the Indians would end up losing, I still would say this was an incredible winning streak because the main focus is to win the World Series. Yes, there is. There's 8 shutouts in the streak. Indians beat the Tigers 11-0 2 days ago, and they beat them 2-0 last night, I believe. Today they had a pretty much of a challenge for the 21 though because the Tigers. But yeah, it's been impressive. I mean, their pitching has been outstanding. I think honestly, like I told Kev this earlier, I think the Indians they're due for a World Series championship. I think they're just not going to be denied for too long. 4.5 back. Well, there's still time though for the Orioles. The Orioles still have a chance, but they just got to focus on winning series and probably winning games and hope for the Rangers, I believe Angels, and the Twins to fall off, hopefully. I'm surprised no one went after your bullpen pitcher. Who was it? Zach Britton, I believe. I'm surprised no one, like the Indians or the Astros or Red Sox, went after him. He could have worked for the Astros because Astros bullpen's pretty much a travesty. I mean, they did sign Verlander, but they need depth in their bullpen. I believe Yeah, we're on top by one. I think it's 1.5 games. We're up on top of the Astros because they got swept by the A's. They tied us. We were tied. We had the tiebreaker when they lost the third one, but then they got swept and we pretty much got up a game. So Indians are in first right now. Who knows how long it will last, but I guarantee you we're probably going to get either the second or first. So the home field advantage probably means a lot in the playoffs this year. They're talking about doing a movie out of this or something, but honestly, I would say let us focus on winning the World Series, and if we win the World Series, I would do a movie out of it because the streak is nice, but out the ring. And I think Cleveland's in good position to win the World Series. I just had to make a video about this though because 21 straight, the Indians lead is the all-time American League winning team to win 21 straight. That's the longest streak for an American League team. Well, technically they did count it, the streak, I guess, even though they did tie, but they still won 26 in a row. It's 50 degrees here at night. The ball doesn't travel far. That's cool. The Astros made an offer. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Matt? What's up, Matt Arlington? How you doing?
Stone Cold Steve Austin. What do you think about the streak, Austin?
I tell you what I think about this streak. The Cleveland Indians are open a can of whoop ass all over everybody's damn yard. They are going to go to the World Series. They're going to win it, and that's all I got to say about that.
I don't think Mark's too happy about the Indians tying his WrestleMania streak.
I tell you what, he may not be happy about it, but he's going to have to get the fuck over it.
And if they win tomorrow, they might be 22-0. You stay at your place, you can beat Houston. I agree. If we stay at our place, we could beat Houston.
damn right. I'm not even an Astros fan. You know why? Because I basically look at it like this. The reason why that hurricane happened is because Stone Cold took a piss.
Oh, man. I know there's another thing talked about that was, well, I think was before the streak even started, but they were talking about like they want to get rid of Chief Wahoo because I guess apparently it's racist. My whole thing is it's just a cartoon logo and people are getting pissed off about it. So what's your thoughts on that, Austin?
I don't think there was any. What was it about it? What was it about again? About a cartoon?
No, it's about their logo, Chief Wahoo, that they use on their hats and their jerseys. People are complaining they want to get rid of the logo. But I said my whole thing, it's not a real person, it's just a cartoon logo.
It's just a fucking logo. Quit goddamn bitching and whining and moaning over this. Quit being little bastards. There's so many goddamn people in this world whose butt hurt over every little goddamn thing.
Yeah, that's my whole problem is like everybody gets pissed off about everything. They still want to get rid of the Redskins logo too, I think.
They want to get rid of the Redskins logo. They want to get rid of this logo. How about you get rid of Stone Cold's middle finger? How about you use that as a logo?
I agree.
And who is this? Who is this Ravens Red Zone?
Yeah, he's a Ravens fan. I think it's Bob from Ravens Red Zone.
Ah, that guy from TTC Wrestling. That piece of trash.
Yeah. Does Dashy still want to fight with him?
Exactly right. He does.
I wonder how Dashy feels about the Bengals getting the shit beat out of them by the Ravens.
I have no idea.
Well, you know, if we're talking about the Cleveland Indians winning streak, we forgot to mention that Jerry Lawler and the Miz are actually diehard Cleveland Indians fans.
They are.
You know they're happy.
You goddamn right,
Dolph,
they're happy.
What about Dolph Ziggler? I think he's an Indians fan too.
He is.
Yeah, I think it's been an impressive winning streak, but I think they got to keep it up, and I think they can, because they're not worried about the streak. They're worried about winning the World Series. That's their main focus.
God damn. Well, I'll tell you what. Baseball is going to get quite interesting here in the next couple of weeks.
Yes, it is. Who knows where it's going to go, but I'll say this, and like I told Kev earlier, Austin, Cleveland may have the longest active streak of winning the World Series, but I think that's going to end pretty soon.
Ah, Kev. Yeah, that's right. That big piece of trash. As soon as I come on here, he's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, he's pretty much gone ghost. Is he in that group or something?
Yeah, he's in that Dark Brotherhood group. Little lion stacks of shits.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I actually have to tell you something, Matt Austin. Stone Cold has quit drinking.
Austin, you officially quit drinking.
You damn right.
Are you still drinking from time to time, or are you just officially done?
From time to time, but then I officially will be done.
Oh, damn. I think people are going to miss that, the commentaries you've done, though, when you were drinking. Was it just too
Well,
much partying with you when you won the tag team titles?
it was just too much of that damn. What was that shit he used to drink? Martinis.
Martini?
Yeah, too much of
Yeah.
that.
Technically, you guys haven't lost your belts. You just had to vacate them, though, because XHW's no more. You guys, you guys might have to bring the band back or something.
There's no tag team at FWE that wants a piece of you and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I agree. FWE is where it's at, though. It still is where it's at. I don't think Bob and Kevin are in FWE anymore, though.
That's because they never really cut a promo.
They cut one, and then after that, they stopped.
And they only cut one goddamn promo. Hey, we need more than one promo.
What was your thoughts on Houston losing to the Jaguars, Austin?
I tell you what, those damn pieces of trash in Houston kept saying, oh, Jacksonville sucks. They got a rookie running back. That rookie running back ran over 100 yards on a #1 ranked defense last year. And to boot, Houston's offensive line absolutely sucks. Savage sucks. Deshaun Watson sucks, and that's all I got to say.
Well, Jaguars fans better not be too happy because they got to play the Titans next week.
Well, I tell you what, those Jacksonville Jaguar defense is no joke.
Jalen Ramsey's the real deal. They lost their receiver, though. Who was it, Allen Robinson?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, he's out for the season again. Who knows what they're going to do with Blake Bortles if he's going to keep his gameplay up. What about Kevin? Ravens Red Zone. Is this Kevin talking?
Let me ask you something. Does Bob and Kevin live together?
I think so, yeah. They're brothers, I believe.
Ah.
I think they're the white version of the Wayans brothers.
He said it was Kevin.
Panthers number one. Yeah, that's what he said. Someone said Panthers are #1.
The only reason why Panthers won is because you faced the 49ers.
Did you see their stadium? How the crowd? Did you see the fans in the crowd? Like there was nobody even there.
Yep, except for Yarl.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I bet you the 49ers wish they would have drafted Aaron Rodgers back in 2005.
They should have. But instead they went with Alex Smith, and then look at what Alex Smith's doing with Kansas City.
Yeah, who's the 49ers quarterback right now? Brian Hoyer?
Brian Hoyer.
Oh God. Well, I'll tell you one thing. They'll probably get the #1 draft. They'll probably get like the top 5 draft pick and draft the quarterback.
Damn right.
I think the Titans, though, I mean, even though they lost, they put up a hell of a fight.
Damn right they did. They were facing the Raiders all the way through.
And I'll tell you what, the Jaguars, they're a good team too, but the Titans are also going to put up a good fight. Is it going to be in Jacksonville or is it going to be in Tennessee?
Jacksonville.
I don't know. Are they going to still be able to do it because of the hurricane?
I don't know. That's a good damn question.
We'll have to wait and see, I guess. You know, I know me and Kev were talking about this earlier in the stream. We were saying we love sports so much, and I believe you do too, Austin, but the whole thing I hate about it is they're trying to bring politics involved in this.
You damn right. That's what they're doing.
I mean, if I wanted to talk about politics, I would be watching Fox News or CNN News. Then we usually try to get away from all that stuff though when we're watching sports.
That's usually what we try to do.
We can't. It's hard to do. It's hard to get away from it when people are talking about it.
Wow, everybody just quits talking in the live chat.
Everyone's gone quiet.
Stop drinking a goddamn beer and start talking.
I know. The last person to talk was that Black Panther guy. And what's your whole thoughts on what's been going on with ESPN though, Austin?
I think they're nothing but a bunch of liberal scums.
Yeah, I know they were saying like, well, when they do it on Obama, they get fired, but when they do it on Trump, it's okay.
That's pretty much how it rules, man.
I guess so. I mean, it's crazy how this world works, I guess, in this country. Let me ask you, Austin, are you into that American Horror Story?
You damn right.
What's your thoughts on season 7 so far?
I tell you what, I haven't seen episode second one, but episode 1, I got tired of hearing about that damn girl crying over the fact that Donald Trump won. Why don't you go get yourself a whipping stick, bitch?
Who's that, Sarah Paulson?
You damn right.
I didn't like the reason I didn't like that episode too much is because they talked too much about politics and stuff in it.
If she was dating old Stone Cold, I would tell her to shut the fuck up, make me a sandwich and a Coke. I'll be right back, Mr. Ogden.
All right. Yeah, American Horror Story's been pretty much, I guess it's been okay. I've seen the second one I thought was a little bit better. But we'll probably be doing that later. We'll do episode 2 review on American Horror Story probably later or sometime tomorrow maybe. Jacksonville's D run game. Don't the Ravens play the Jaguars this year? Ravens Red Zone? Wait, you're an Indians fan? Yeah, Craig, I'm an Indians fan. I know that loss hurt earlier today, but they lost. What do you think, Austin? You think we should put the link in the chat to see who comes in?
You know what? If anybody wants to come in, come on in.
Detroit Lions fan / Tigers / Pistons fan in the comment section. Craig Jockman. You know, honestly, I despise the Tigers and Lions. But honestly, though, I have respect for that dude. That dude's pretty much chill. I mean, I hate your teams, but you're a cool dude, though.
Oh, Craig's a great guy.
Just don't like his teams, but other than that, he's cool.
Well, it's like that with Steven Rose. It's like I actually like Steven Rose, but I hate the Texans.
Yeah.
I still think he's gay for Jacoby Jones's nutsack.
He is. Should I put it in the description box or should I just message them it?
Whichever one you want to do, man. It's your show, Mr. Ogden.
All right, if some troll comes in, we'll just have to boot him.
Mariota needs to get better acquainted with his receivers. Let me tell you something, Ravens red zone. You flapping your fucking gums. Let me just say this much. Majority of his receivers were injured during training camp and preseason. Eric Decker, Corey Davis, blah, blah, blah. So he wasn't able to get acquainted with them. So I don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
Joe
I think
tell you about something right now.
What?
Joe Flacco needs a new asshole. How about that?
Only the reason why the Ravens won that game though is because the Bengals are trash. To A-Train, but they really are trash. And I'll tell you what, the Browns though, they put up a great fight against the Steelers. They'll do the same against the Ravens. All right, so the link is in the description box. If any of you want to join me and good old Stone Cold 21 game winning streak, or we talk about sports or anything, you're welcome in. What do you think the Titans need to fix on though, Austin?
Well, I'll tell you what, they need to stop being this old school run first mentality kind of team. I mean, let's face it. Let's face it. DeMarco Murray's not bad. Derrick Henry's not bad, but they need to open up the playbook more.
I agree. They made that game pretty close though, but
I don't know if you saw, but Corey Davis leaped in the fucking air and got that ball over like two damn defenders.
Yeah. You think he was the better fit than Mike Williams?
I think he will be a better pickup than Mike Williams. You damn right.
Mariota did request them to draft him.
Well, you know what? Now old Stone Cold's been playing Madden. So
Madden.
So what I did was
you think about the new features on Madden.
So what I did was kept Corey Davis. I traded Eric Decker and brought in Mike Williams as a second receiver.
Damn. Two young rookies.
Damn right.
I know you're also a Predators fan a little bit, Austin.
Hey, I do watch a little bit of hockey from every now and then. The only thing I didn't like with the Predators is that stupid catfish shit.
Oh yeah, that was dumb. Do the fans in Nashville admire what they've done to go all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals?
Oh my God, you got people coming out to work like I'm a Preds fan. No, you're not.
Yeah, where were you when they were stuck in?
Yeah. I'm like, where were you when they got put out in the first round, the second round of playoffs?
You're not a diehard Predators fan, but you're a casual Predators fan, though, right?
Damn right. I'm a casual Predator fan. You know what really pisses me off is when you see Titan fans around here go, "Oh, I used to like Tennessee when they had Eddie George and Steve McNair, and now that they're starting to play better again, everybody's like, oh, I'm a Titan fan." No, you're not.
Are you a Browns fan or just a Cleveland fan? Just the Indians, Ravens Red Zone. I mean, Packers is my team.
He should know that. He was in the TTC as a Packer.
If you look at my picture in the Hangout right now, it says Green Bay. I'm not wearing no Cleveland hat. Maybe he was talking to you, Austin.
Hell no, I'm not no Cleveland fan.
Week 3 in London. Who do they play in London? The Titans? Who plays in London?
What's that?
He says week 3 in London. I don't know what he means by that. You guys play them in? Did the Titans play them in London?
Oh, nope.
You don't play the Browns in London. All right, maybe he's talking about Green Bay. But we play the Bengals in Green Bay, though. That's the thing. I think the whole international thing's kind of dumb, in my opinion, though. It does take away a home game from a team. Especially if that team's got to play that game in London.
Oh, it's the Ravens and Jaguars. They're
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
playing. They're going to be playing in London.
That's going to be London's new team. In about like 20 years or something, right? The London Jaguars?
Pretty much.
I didn't know that's London's favorite football team is the Jaguars.
That tells you about Brits.
What was that one time though you said you went to London and they were like offering you tea and muffins and stuff?
They offered me tea, muffins, crumpets. And you know
I think doesn't your daughter live in London?
Yeah, one of my daughters does live in London. You know what I did with that tea? I ended up taking a damn big ass piss in it.
Wow.
How about some yellow milk for you?
Damn. London. Other than that, though, is London a pretty good place, though? I don't know.
It's a pretty good place. I mean, it's a beautiful.
I mean, that's where we had SummerSlam at. I mean, What's your whole thoughts on my new group coming into FWE Austin?
I heard you got something called the
Straight Edge Society.
Straight Edge Society, and I heard that you have got Steven Rose and Dashy.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You guys will see though. They're far different from what they've used to be. I pretty much trained them.
Let me ask you something. Did you train Steven Rose to stop eating?
FWE's been pretty much.
By the way, I know the Straight Edge is no smoking, no drinking, but did you train Steven Rose into not eating Buffalo Wild Wings?
You eating Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah. Did you stop Steven Rose from going there?
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay.
That's actually where he became a drug addict. That was Buffalo Wild Wings. So I had to stop him from going there. Yeah, but I think it's going to be pretty interesting to see how they do as a team. How I mentor them.
I'm pretty damn sure.
So what do you think about the Bengals and Texans game coming up on Thursday?
I know what's his face may not like what I'm about to say, Ravens Red Zone, but I'm actually rooting for the Bengals.
Yeah, the Bengals I think could beat the Texans. Also, don't forget, I don't know if you're a diehard South Park fan like I am, Austin, but tonight's the season 21 premiere of South Park.
That's what I hear.
And also, a lot of people don't know this as well, but today's also marks the 21-year anniversary of Tupac Shakur's death.
This is true. All eyes on me.
May he rest in peace.
Damn right. He's better than the Wiz Khalifa or whatever the fuck his name is.
it wasn't meant to be an insult. Meant it going to happen. Like I like Corey Davis. Be nice. Might make me jump in. Want to jump in? Well, you're free to jump in if you want to jump in.
Oh, well, you know what? If you go back to that Raider game, a lot of the passes were off the receivers and Mariota's. The reads were not there like they were supposed to be. And I don't know if that was Mariota's fault or if that's the receiver's fault, but I know that Corey Davis and Aaron Decker did not play the preseason much at all.
I'll tell you what, this Titans team they're in a learning experience, but I think they could make the playoffs this year. It'd be crazy if the Jaguars would shock the world and win it, but I don't think that's the case. I think the Titans got it.
Whichever.
Mariota's going to lead the Titans to the promised land someday. And Austin, that's probably going to be the only day Austin probably decides to drink again is when the Titans win the Super Bowl.
Oh, if the Titans win the Super Bowl, you'll be seeing me doing the fucking Macarena.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that'd be crazy if the Titans do. I don't know. The AFC looks kind of wide open now a little bit because Patriots lost the first game against the Chiefs, but I think the Patriots will still win.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to count this out, but from what I saw of the Raiders,
The
Raiders might be the team that can dethrone the New England Patriots.
Exactly. I don't watch the vids a lot, but Bob does. I just saw baseball talk and I started listening. I like baseball. No one on here will talk about it. Yeah,
that's pretty
much
cool.
We talk about anything pretty much. I know Bob and Kevin, they done some Oriole videos before. I think back when they were in the playoffs and stuff. I just think that this needed to be talked about because I mean a 21 game winning streak like this deserves to be talked about.
Oh, absolutely.
Jaguars, Ravens, London. Well, that's probably going to be the one game good old Stone Cold roots for the Ravens to win.
Oh, you damn right. I want to try to whip the Jags' ass.
Isn't Jaguars owned by a guy who looks like the Pakistani version of Ron Germany or whatever his name is?
You damn right. He looks just like him.
Maybe it's his brother. But anyways, back to what Kevin was saying. Yeah, we know. I know you guys are diehard baseball fans and you love to talk about it. I know baseball videos don't get that much views as much as football does, but still, I needed to talk about this. What was your thought? I haven't really watched much of Oh, okay, you're driving it? Okay. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, I think you were talking about the baseball.
Oh, yeah. I know baseball doesn't get that many views like football, but it deserves to be talked about, this type of thing.
A lot of people don't realize that baseball was America's sport first.
I think so, yeah. I believe baseball was around a lot longer than football.
Damn right it is. And when you were asking me about the Madden features, I actually like it.
I know the only thing you could be on there, though, is a quarterback.
Well, what you could do is you can make him and his receiver fan Colt, and you can make them and actually put them on your team.
Oh, that's cool. I know it's a lot harder than people think to win.
No, you're damn right it's hard.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, general though, to be honest, but football is probably the top sport for me because it's the most fun you see. You know what else is cool though to watch though is college football.
I love me some college football.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kevin. As long as they can keep the terrorists out of the stadiums, we'll be okay.
Well, I don't know. You can't keep Raider fans out of stadiums. So,
Oh yeah, that's true.
and what the hell kind of haircut is that Raider Ben got? God, he looks like a fucking girl. It looked like he has a caterpillar for a fucking mustache.
Moving to Las Vegas pretty soon, right?
Hey, you know what? He's representing his team. You can't give him fault for that.
You think the Raiders can win the Super Bowl this year?
They have a good shot.
I think if Green Bay's defense keeps this up and their offense starts getting it going, I think they have a good shot too.
I'll tell you what, though, the Titans, they got to get a win this week because they got Seattle coming to Nashville next week.
Oh yeah, you don't want to rest on them. I'll tell you that. Did they play the Seahawks last year or no?
No.
Oh yeah, that's right. They beat some pretty impressive teams though last year. I know Green Bay was one of them.
Well, they beat Kansas City and Denver all the way through.
They did. Last game though, they probably would have been in the playoffs. Do I ever watch Grimm's? I watch it, Grimm's Toy Show from time to time. He was we actually had a show after him.
We did. They got a race. I'm not going to go. We're not going to go there.
We're not going there. We don't want that drama to keep continuing.
But I'm actually going to head off here, Mr. Ogden. I know you and Kevin and the lovely Mel are going to be doing some kind of American Horror Story later, right?
You're probably going to be tuning into that.
Oh, you damn right I will. I only watch it because of Mel.
Why are you and Kevin in a feud over Mel?
Nah, you know what? The big man would probably knock me the fuck out.
Longer now. But I know you have respect for Mel.
You damn right I do. As a matter of fact, tell that damn Dashy to quit calling me. I'm not going to give him no damn mustard.
Yeah, I'll make sure of that.
You fucking athletic douchey.
Well, I'll tell you this. Later tonight, it's going to be real entertaining to see how the review goes.
You're damn right.
I think we're going to wrap this up here, though. So, Indians' 21-game winning streak, possibly counting probably tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. But it's an impressive winning streak, and the year Cleveland wins it all.
You're damn right, man. Cleveland Indians 21-game winning streak. They broke the record here in Major League Baseball, right?
For American League, the longest winning streak, I believe, is held by the New York Giants, but they had a tie, so that might not count. So right now, I guess they count Cleveland and the Cubs, because Cubs won 21 before as the longest winning streak. But we'll see what happens. It'll be an interesting October to watch. I'll guarantee you that.
You're damn right it will be.
Well, this is Matt Ogden and good old Stone Cold, and we're out. Peace.